Hello everybody and welcome back to the second installment of my Iron Man playthrough for Templar Battleforce. Which one is this? Yes, Iron Man 1.0. Let's get right into it. So last time we blasted through the first level and we did all of our level ups. We recruited an engineer for the next level. We didn't have anything to do with requisition because this is still the tutorial. So let's get right into it. This is Deck 14 Alta Sector. One of my favorite levels, and you really get to watch the soldier shine in this one. Just cover his face right up, huh? Alright. Elevator lands with a mighty boom and then silence. We are in the thick of it now. Captain. Yes, stack up on the door. Let's do this. Alright, here we have our attack point. There's a hunter right here, or here, one of the two. But we don't worry about the hunter because we just go right through. Yeah, right there. Soldier comes right through. Yes, establish a perimeter, lay down defensive fire, and hold your ground. I have quite the spot for the soldier to go, and I'll show you how to do it, and I'll also explain a little bit on how the heat map works. Alright, so we did that, we got this. Here's our attack point. Veterans, this guy's going to take 605 points to bring down. No upgrades yet, it's still too early. And here you can recruit a brand new engineer. I'm actually not sure why this is 600 instead of the 605. So it's actually a little bit cheaper to do that. If we get 601 and it would cost us an extra turn to wait for our pre-made recruit, we're just going to recruit one like that because I don't want to waste a turn. Alright, so I have put Overwatch down over here because enemies are going to come from this side. The Fog of War is your enemy. If you don't know where the enemies are going to come from, then your Templars are going to die. So, what's this? Yeah, let's do that. We'll buff everybody up. And let's just let it go. I'm probably going to get a skitterling, maybe a hit, yep, hunter or something coming down here. Played this game a couple times. Get wrecked. Alright, he's going to hit the attack point. That's not great. Alright, so Captain comes up. Major Luther's going to come up. And we're just going to march the soldier right up to where he's going to be hanging out. That line of sight's blocked. Put him a space too far, but that's alright. We've got a good strategy here. Okay, just die. I want to put the Major in front because he's got the biggest shield, most defense right now. It's cool. He's got Blade Weave, which is a pretty fantastic attack for him because he's got some ridiculous bonuses on his gear. Like, I'm kind of really jealous about this 16% critical. So, he's got a pretty solid setup here. So we're going to put him right up in the front. What's his 78% deflection, 38 armor. Yeah, he's set up to deal some heavy damage. So if I had played this correctly, I would have put my soldier right here, so I would have a line of sight. That's alright. I'm not really worried about it. So, enemies will go toward the closest thing to them that they can see on their heat map. There's a reason that scouts get null field technology, and that is to dampen the size of their heat field. So these guys, their heat field might be this big, like this, the whole Battleforce. You know, you can, anything that spawns automatically knows the direction that they're in, but maybe not the specifics. You know, if you've got a scout, their heat map starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller the more stealth they have, and that's important. So enemies will take the shortest route towards whatever's closest to them. In this case, it's going to be the soldier. And so his overwatch is going to protect the only way that everything from this direction is going to come at us. These two are going to be going for the tact point that's up here once we get our engineer. You can see one offensive point right here, and there's another one here. And that's where we're going to put our captain and the major. This one soldier is going to hold this entire flank for several turns. So let's just go. It's probably going to get an attack from here, probably going to hit him. Overwatch is going to stop this skitterling even though it's not actually dealing damage. Boom. See? Overwatch is cool. It makes enemies rethink their turn. Now, you see the defensive spots you'd think would be your best option. They're not. At all. You're going to come up here. Yes, any Templar standing in a square marked with a red crosshair gains 1 success on all attack rolls and 1 range for all ranged attacks. So that includes grenades. You can chuck a grenade for miles on these things. The captain, he's going to come up here. What's the newest update? So, unfortunate that he wasn't able to make it, because that means the captain is going to have to deal with whatever comes down this bridge. But, see, instantly melts the stuff that's over there. The captain's alright. He's got 126 hit points left. It's not the best, but... Alright, so, we have 3 movement points. So I actually want to scout this a little bit, so I'll use 2 of them to go that way, and then 1 back. And I'm going to lock this entire spot down right here. This means anything that wants to come at me has to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I can count. 7 different squares of fire. Here you get all 9, but if something comes down from an angle like here, they're all going to pass through 2. Same here with 1 and 2. So by closing off the one closest to him, we give him that one little extra breath of fresh air. Major's going to move up. How did he not... Did he... I don't know. So, captain's out. Major's out. Let's end the turn. Not great. Definitely not great. Alright, so this is exactly what we kept our grenade talent for. You're going to blast this guy. Man, ugh. Alright, so again, notice how I only use the ranged attacks. I don't like allowing counterattacks. Alright, we move up. We have to save 1 movement point because I want us back on this square. It doesn't give me any defensive bonuses, but I still like being on it. I need to save grenades for the final push on the tactical point. So we're going to let this brood mother here do her thing. She'll move twice, or maybe even 3 times, and spawn a skitterling for every time she moves. But that's just more fodder for Blade Weave, or a grenade. But I want to save, I've got 4 grenades left. Grenades are always your ace in the hole. You want to save your grenades, treasure them. Alright, so I've got 3 more move points. I'm going to scout a little bit more, come right back to my spot, and then overwatch again. Now we've got 479 supply points here. It's been hit once. So it's still going to take 605. This tells you how many points you're making a turn. So 51, that's math. So 3 turns? Got 150. Yeah, so three turns we have to hold out until we can get enough supply points to call in our engineer. So it's kind of a war of attrition right now. The soldier has to hold this whole line. The captain and the major need to hold out from the bridge and whatever comes over here. We can deal with that. Let's go. Let's see what the broodmother's going to do. Oh, there's a hunter. Not great. Wow, she didn't spawn. I mean, okay. That was a really bad choice on the broodmother's part. Their offensive skills are incredibly weak. So the fact that she came up and tried to bite somebody, especially him who has such high defense, stupid idea. But I digress. Alright, we're just going to melt this guy. Oh, he didn't kill him. Okay. Fine. Now, I don't want... Notice the difference in hit points here. Luther has 162, the captain has 126. These guys deal insane amounts of damage. Not a very high penetration rate, though. So I'm willing to put that penetration up against his far superior deflection. And he's got a shield and a good sword. And it's much better parrying. And he's also got that piece of equipment he's got gives him auto block as well. So we're going to leave Luther a little bit closer. Now, again, with the heat map, Luther is closer than the captain. So these guys are all going to go right here to try and attack him. The hunter or the skitter might come an extra square, because they do that sometimes. But I want the attacks based on the Luther, the Luther over here. 540 supply points. Let's go. Lots of skitterlings coming up. Aha, aha. Yep, see, block, hit, blocked again. Perfect. That is exactly what we wanted to see. I love the music. So, he can't reach anybody right now. So he's out of range. So he's just going to hang out. He's going to... And see again, so this guy, they're all trying to get to this square. So he's going to come here, he's going to take damage in this square, because anything trying to enter an Overwatch square takes damage. So he wouldn't take it here going here, he would take it here trying to get to here. So he's going to take one step, his second step he's going to get attacked, his third step is going to get him killed. Once Overwatch fires on somebody, that effect for that square ends. So you're not going to have, like, a whole wave isn't going to crash on the same point. This guy, he's going to come up here, 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 and then take this and this. So either way, nothing's touching Dallin right now. So I don't even need to worry about him. He's good to go. Luther's going to come down, destroy a skitter. Get back on his point. Can't reach anything with this. So we're just biding our time. You see, we got 596 supply points. Such is the life on Iron Man. A different difficulty, we probably would have enough to at least spawn in our regular soldier. But yeah, I know I'm not doing anything. It's sometimes not doing anything while you're waiting for an objective to trigger is okay, because we don't burn as much heat on Iron Man. So he's dead. You're gonna come up in 1, 2. Perfect. 107 points. Overkill. Alright, Kathos, I have your clearance, Templars. Send in the orders and you'll have an engineer coming down. We got all our supply points. Let's do it. Yes, 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 yes. So, that's 663. That's more than enough. Let's bring in Matthias. Proud to serve. Lightly armed and armored, engineers are capable of destroying enemy tech points and capturing them for the Order. Power field is fantastic. We'll like that. What can you give us? Second tactical point in the sector of this deck. Remember when I told you about it? That's where we're going to go. Can I get the signature? So it's sure to be infested by Xeno. We'll capture it and realign it. Yeah, no, everybody's going to come up. Well, long enough we can deploy a second soldier. We're probably not going to be here that long. I'm not going to lie. It is better to finish a mission than it is to wait to spawn somebody. Alright, so we're going to move the engineer toward the center because we don't want his heat signature to overlap Luther's. Just in case. So there's nothing coming from this way. Nothing's going to reach him in the 6 movement points that the skitterlings have. So we're good. So Captain's sitting here, nice and cool, with only 24 heat now. 27. And now we hang out. A lot of your movement is going to be dictated by your most important Templar. Right now, that's the engineer. He only has 6 movement points a turn. So without him, we'll have to wait another 12 turns or so, 11 turns, 10 turns, to deploy another one. So if he dies, we're wasting so much time. So Dallin, he's not going to deploy Overwatch because I want him to cool down a little bit. He's getting pretty hot. His willpower isn't that high. We talked about that in the last episode. So let's we'll end the turn and see what the game's going to throw at us. I said end the turn. Hunter, Skitter, get wrecked. We got a Skitter down here. Nope. Alright, so now we begin our advance. It's a lot of hunters. Very dangerous. New Xeno appearing every turn. You have to arrive with enough force to hold our ground in front of the attack point for at least a few turns. Alright, so I don't really care that I'm sitting right next to this hunter. This hunter, unless he wins all of his rolls, is not going to be around. Now we bring in the engineer. I love the engineer. They're the ultimate cleanup crew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skitterling's not going to reach us this turn. So that means we can use our Overwatch to protect everybody over here. Now I could advance and probably kill this hunter, but these guys have 5 movement points. We might actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I advance Luther to attack him, he's going to be able to attack him next turn. I don't want to open him up to attacks from 2 hunters. Even a badass like Luther will die. So I'm going to give us a little buff. Can you buff him? Yep. Can you give the front line a buff? Oh, this buff is awesome. An extra parry, dodge, armor, and a little more deflection. Makes everybody hardier, which is great. So that bumps him up to extra armor, extra deflection. It's in good shape. So let's end the turn. See what happens. Yup. Thank you very much. Now this is exactly what we saved our grenades for. Okay, I don't really care. Just make sure he's not at the front. Let's use a grenade. That's what we save him for. Now this guy, 6 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's not going to touch anybody next turn. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's not going to touch anybody. So we look at Dallin. He's overheated. No big deal. I don't know what's over here. I don't know what's over here, but I know that Luther is closest to whatever is over this way, so that he's who they're going to go after. I want to stop anything from getting close to us. And that means I'm going to stop this scheduling right there. Okay. Soon, next turn, engineer moves here. Soldier moves here or here, depending on what spawns. Luther up here, because enemies always spawn on the north center point of the tactical points. And I'm going to put the captain down here so he can switch hit. He'll take mostly schedulings, only spawn down here. The tact point really is the only thing putting out units that we need to worry about. And it decided to spend money on a scheduling, which is useless to them. Alright, so nobody has any more movement points. Everybody's pretty good on heat, except for Dallin. He's been working overtime. Let's end the turn. So it spawned here because this square was occupied. Lots of skitterlings. That's okay. So, you here. You here. You here. You we'll go here. So let's get to work. 80% remaining. So that dealt 2 damage to it. It's 2 to 4 damage. So basically deals a minimum of 2, maximum of 4 damage to a tactical point with 8 hit points. I have a feeling that this isn't going to be very generous, and let me do this quickly. Such is life. Alright, so most direct route, he's going to come straight across, try and attack Dallin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if this guy survives both attacks, he'll have a couple swings at Dallin. That's alright. But if he's blocking, if he stops here or here, that means this skittling has to go through unused portions of the Overwatch. So Dallin, we got a lot of cheap units coming. That's where our soldier starts to shine. Range. Okay, so he's not going to do it. That would have been a wasted grenade anyway. So he's got 1 grenade left, and we've got 2 grenades left. We could use it on the skittling, but there's no need to. There's a hunter. See why we put him here? Nine damage. That's not great. Alright, so let's put you here. That's a good hit. That's 3 points of damage. Alright, I'm going to move Dallin out 1, because I want him to have better line of sight on this crowd coming from down here. This shouldn't block line of sight, but I'm not really worried too much about it. I'm going to move the engineer up a spot. Not great penetration. Okay. Had to make sure he died. If he didn't die, we're going to have a problem. So, not sure if the skittling's going to come straight across. They like to take diagonals to get to the same to get on the same column or row as your soldier or your unit. So I'm gonna eat the attack on Dallin, unless he runs straight up and tries to chew on the engineer. If he does, that's fine. I'm not really worried about the skittlings. One of them, not gonna deal that much damage to really any Templar, except a scout. Something looks at a scout the wrong way, scout dies. And he only used one movement point. I got another one coming though. And the Xeno didn't spawn there. Okay. Ugh. 1 damage. Rough. So I'm going to put Luther here, because if the skittling comes straight across to this point, he'll have a 50-50 shot of hitting him or the soldier. This guy is probably going to come down or up. If he goes up, Overwatch is going to be wasted there. But not a big deal. We've got a lot of skitters coming. That's alright. I've got maybe 2 or 3 turns left on this tack point, and we'll have it. Let's end the turn. I just hope nothing spawns here and immediately runs down. That would be bad. Aha, see? Xenos are dumb. It's bizarre. I don't know why they would do that. Okay, got a hunter there. 1. 10%. 2 turns left. Alright, we need to burn a grenade because... didn't do it. Didn't do it. Gonna burn Captain's last grenade. Worth it. It gives us a little bit of breathing room. See how there's only one thing right now, maybe 2, that's skittling down here, if he even uses all of its movement points. Iron Man is all about removal and weighing your risks. See, I'm not even going to worry about this skitterling. I'm going to try and keep holding the breach here. I don't want anything to come at me. This guy is going to move down because I don't want a hunter spawning at the start of the turn and then destroying him. He could die in 1 turn to a hunter on the Iron Man. And that'd be bad. See? Nope, take the Overwatch. Wow, these skitterlings are dumb. Alright. How many hit points? 2 hit points. Finish it. Thank you. Alright, so nothing's going to spawn here. As long as no Xeno are close enough to retake it. Okay, so. Yes. Luther, come take care of this idiot. Dallin. Stop that thing. Up here, just in case. And now, nothing's going to stop the engineer. Nothing's going to take the tack point back. Nothing's going to kill Dallin. This skitterling is not going to kill our captain. The level is 1. Nope. Nope. Alright, remember what I said last time about making sure you use up all of your movement points, or all of your kills? Killing everything before the end of the turn, or the end of the level. So march out, see if there's anything we can find. Nothing. Blown up Templar down here. This deck has seen some fighting. But now, it's ours. Knights are on their way to secure these 2 tactical points. Press ahead while we have the advantage. The reinforcements will follow as fast as they can. We are the tip of the spear. Going to have to be the tip of 2 different spears. Reviewing the last reports from the Met crews on deck 14 before they lost contact. The entire grid for the main gun batteries is down. There's a giant Xeno ship that's rammed and attached to our ship. Without the gun batteries, we're not going to be able to get it off. The mech crew died there fighting a fire that burnt out the relay. That's where we're going. It's been an honor, Major Luther. Where this ends, Captain, you have made your lineage proud on this day. Captain. Battlefield promotions. We just earned our stripes. Go purge these decks from the Xeno, Captain. The ship needs her great guns firing once again. Take your knights and head north. I will lead my squad into the depths of deck 15. We will meet again in victory, Templar. Vivictus. For shouting. Alright. Under turn count, it's good. 47 kills. We slaughtered. New gear, levels up. Iron Man difficulty, baby. Let's do it. Back to Battleforce. Yes, blah, blah, blah. Take too long. And just saying we can unlock stuff now. 63 requisition. That's actually pretty good. So, this gives us the scout. If we didn't have the scout, we would be in serious trouble for the next level. Supply booster. That's handy. Long deployments. So we're only going to have enough left for 2 of these. Always go towards the captain and the soldier, because those are the 2 most important units. And then Aegis Gauntlet or Vent Manifold. See, I don't really need extra heat right now. That's what the Vent Manifold gives me. So I'm going to go with the Aegis Gauntlet. Easy way to get an extra 2 parry on your Templars. 8 requisition points left. Let's go back. Let's check out our veterans again. Captain leveled up. Alright. Fortitude, willpower. Let's what's the next deployment? We run hot on the next one. 7 hit points per fortitude. Get extra toughness. Alright, I'm going to do fortitude. No, I'm going to do willpower. I always go with willpower. Warrior, tactics, evasion. Nothing needs his buffs more than he needs melee defense. Plasma sight. Don't need anything there. We really need an upgrade for those. Alright, so it looks like you stop it.